Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Makakwadash. Shalom to the whole of the elect out there. And the Most High is only dealing with the elect. If you're not of the elect, you will not understand these scriptures. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, The Most High Gave His Secrets to the Elect Only. So this is a video. I didn't watch it 55 seconds in. I don't even have to watch it, but I'm gonna watch it later anyway. But it prompted me to do a video. So this is, these people have no idea, which is true. It says it all. These people have no idea. Unless you're of the elect, then you'll have the idea. When you hear it, it'll resonate with you. This was put up by GMS Awakening 144. It goes by the name of One Gabar. He's out of the New York GMS camp. So anyway, in my title, the word there is one of the words is secret. So I put some precepts together, and what I was going to do, I was going to go into, which I may do maybe the next video, or maybe later today, or maybe the next day or so, or maybe somebody else will do it. That's Revelation chapter 11, because we're going back to the breakdowns, the interpretation of the various prophetic scriptures, because you have to understand the prophecies. See, there's certain Israelite groups that can't see this because either it was not given to them and they're not of the elect, or they know and they got a bag, or 2 bags, or 3 bags, or 5 bags. So either way, if they don't repent from that, they'll ultimately, it'll be understood that they're not of the elect. The elect, scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. Chosen, when you read the word chosen, it goes back to the same word elect, to the Greek word electos, which means the chosen. Like you might have suits in your closet, but you got your favorite suit. Well, that suit is considered the elect. You might have 20 pairs of kicks, but you got your favorite pair. You might have more than one woman, but you got your favorite woman. You got your favorite woman, the elect lady. And this is why you got some camps that teach contrary to what we teach on different subjects, but the main subject that's being talked about right now, to ad nauseum, look that word up, ad nauseum, is the charagma. So we here at Great Millstone teach that the charagma, the MOTB is the charagma, which is the C-hip. And then you have others that teach something different. It doesn't mean that. And then the number one nemesis, I hope I'm using that word right, is General Nathaniel, who keeps changing his names and his titles. He said that Lashawan Kodash is nothing but Ebonics. And he said, because a nigga jump up and say, Yahweh. Well, he just recently went back to his name that was given to him back at One West. I would say back in the late 80s, early 90s. And so he's now Nathaniel. And we've been calling him Nathaniel. Maybe he realized, oh yeah, I forgot. But my name is Nathaniel. Thank you, GMS. Or thank you to the apostles at GMS. because we did several videos saying that back when he was at the One West, he was Nathaniel God. By God, the God meaning third. So that there was two Nathaniel's. There was a Nathaniel. There was another brother that came in after the first Nathaniel named Nathan. He was called Nathaniel Ba. So when General Nathaniel God came in, he was the third Nathaniel, which is the Nathaniel God. So it means Nathaniel the third. So we know that there were two, and I guess the first two, they're back in the world or whatever the hell they in. So now you can take the God off and just call yourself Nathaniel, the original. But he's clearly going off as far as, and then we can mention ISUPK and other camps, but he's the one that anytime we do a video on this subject, he'll do a counter on it on the weekend. That's the only time he shows himself. Just he does a weekend thing, goes on when they go out of town. He's out there on the streets, but he's not out there in the streets, week after week after week. He's not doing videos day after day after day. But and anyway, if you're part of GMS, you should be doing videos consistently, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, every day. If you've been in this thing for a number of months, I'll say 6 months, a year, 2 years, year and a half, 3 years. Definitely if you a veteran, been in this thing for 10 years, even 5 years, 15 years. You got the brothers that came in 15, damn. Let me see something, 7, 17, 18, 19, 22, 22. Oh, we're talking 16 years, man. You guys are real veterans. So anyway, let me get into it. Like I said, I was going to do Revelation chapter 11, the whole chapter, because we must know these breakdowns, these interpretations. So it says implanted chips. And this, I believe, is taken from, well, it is. It says it right here. This is from Redacted. So if you watch that video, I did it immediately. While the video was live, I actually did a video covering the Redacted live stream that they were doing. So I'm listening, and don't be surprised if Clayton Morris is an Israelite and maybe be one of the elect. And his wife, she comes off as an Israelite, Natalie. But the difference is that Clayton said he kept going into, showing videos of Klaus Schwab and Harari. He didn't show Harari, but he showed what's his guy, Richard Warren, I believe. He spoke about in other clips and spoke about it. And then he's reading the comments on the live chat, and everybody's putting in Revelation 13. This is the mark of the beast, blah blah blah. The chip, the mark of the beast is a chip. Revelation 13, and even we had at least one Israelite with an Israelite name that put in, Revelation 13, mark of the beast. So he said there's a little book that speaks about this that was prophesied 2,000 years ago. So he said, I'm not a scholar, I'm not a biblical scholar, but it makes all the sense in the world. And Natalie just couldn't get it. And you can see he was frustrated by the fact that she couldn't get it. She should have just said, this is my husband, let me just ride with him. Like Ruth, I will go where he goes. That's what you're supposed to do, which show you that she got some N women in her. Well, that was a Jehovah's Witness. That proves that the Jehovah's Witnesses don't know what the hell's going on. They're gone. They're bugged the fuck out. They don't know nothing about the scriptures. So anyway, let me stop rambling. Let me just go into these precepts, because I put a list of precepts together, and I didn't even finish the list. there's 10 precepts right here, and I'm pretty sure some precepts may come to mind. Well, some of these precepts, I put up one precept and another precept came to mind, and I put up that precept and another two precepts came to mind. So let's just do it this way. I'm gonna try to make this short. Please bear with me. First precept, and see, you understand this thing because the Most High called you through other men and chosen you, meaning the word eclectic, which means the elect, the chosen, my favorite. You have children. How many people do you know that have children? Men and women have children. They have their favorite teacher. That's the teacher's pet. That's your favorite. So let's just go into it. So you can't fake this. You can't wing this. Either you have the truth or you don't have the truth. You know what I'm gonna do? The key point is in 7, but I'm gonna start from 1. All the tribes are guilty. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O sons of Israel. Doesn't say it's children, the word there is sons, Banyam Yasha'Allah, against the whole family. Right through thy seed shall all the families be blessed. All the families that's going to be blessed are the Israelites because we're families. You got the family of Ephraim, you got the family of Judah, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, or that now that word right there, if you're a scholar, you would know that that word was put in after afterthought, but that word right there is Mizraim. Let's see if I'm correct. See, the word Egypt is not there. The word Martezayim is there. The ancient Egyptians were not going around calling themselves Egyptians. That's a Greek term. When the Greeks labeled that land Egypt. Now it says Egypt, land of Copts, like the Coptic people. Okay, they're saying that it means siege or entrenchment, to be locked in. Let's go further. Siege, enclosed, siege, entrapment, siege, works, siege, enclosed, siege, rampart. Taza war. That's a primitive root. To bind, besiege, confine. Well, that's what the Egyptians did. That's what they did. So Mizraim is an omen. They were set up to enslave us. Because did they not bind us, besiege, confine, cramp, to confine, secure, to show hostility to, be an adversary, treat as foe, to form, fashion, delineate. Says here, adversaries, distress. So the root of Egypt, ancient Egypt, goes back to the word Mizraim, which goes back to the root Taza war, which means to pretty much enslave. When you bind somebody up and close them, fortify, close them in, assault, adversaries, enemies, So loosely translated, Mizraim pretty much means to enslave somebody if you go to the root of the word. That's why it's important to go into the root of words. So we learned a lot just in this first verse. Got to go into those roots, man. You got some of these Israelites to say, Egypt. Egypt means bondage. If you go into if you go into the root of the word Mizraim, Tazawar, then you can say it means bondage. So you got to qualify it. So let's read on. It says, "You only have I known that all the families of earth. Therefore, will I punish you for all your iniquities." So the Most High only dealt with the children of Israel. He's not dealing with the whole world. Scriptures tell you the Most High does not change. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. He never opened his thing to all nations. It says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed? Or a lion roar in the forest when he has no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Or shall one take up a snare from the earth or trap and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Right, trumpet is a sound of alarm. So where the trumpets in the city blowing, but people are not afraid. It says, shall there be, but they will be afraid. There shall there be evil in a city, and Yahweh have not done it. And I was watching on the news yesterday, and down in Manhattan, way down lower Manhattan. Well, I'd say right below the area of the southern part of the Central Park. A crane had fell. That happened some years, maybe 3 years ago. Same thing happened, and you see it, man. That fell on the people, man, because they're crazy trying to build. Scripture say they will build, but the Most High will tear down. It says, surely Yahweh, the Most High, will do nothing but or except he revealeth his secret or secrets, you can say, unto his servants and prophets. The servants, the prophets, are also the elect. It says, the lion have roared, who will not fear? Yahweh, the Most High, have spoken, who can but prophesy? So if you're one of the prophets and you don't want to prophesy, you don't want to do this, and you're a prophet, the Most High gonna make you prophesy. He's gonna shake you up. He's gonna buffet you. The perfect example is Jonah in the fish's mouth, and he said, basically he said, I'm in hell. Meaning it was a condition at that time because he was close to death. Like if he doesn't get out of that thing, that fish is gonna swallow him up. So, he didn't want to do, he was a stubborn prophet, but he was a prophet. So the Most High, delivered him, made him prophesy. And he was even mad at that. So he was a stubborn prophet, but he was still a prophet. So the Most High said, you're going to do what I want, but when I tell you to do. Let's see what the 9th verse says. Publish in the palace of Hashdad, and in the place and palaces in the land of Egypt, and say, assemble yourselves upon the mountains of Samaria, and behold the great tumult in the midst thereof, and the oppressed in the midst thereof. 10th verse, for they know not to do right, saith Yahweh, who, who store up violence and robbery in their palaces. So now it says publish, right? Let's pull out some words. See, you don't choose the Most High. You don't say, I want to be your prophet. No, the Most High chooses you. Give you an example. Amos was a farmer. Elisha was also a farmer. Some of the disciples were fishermen. Peter, Andrew, James, and John were fishermen. And you notice they were all in the same place. And these 12 are some of the major prophets in the Old Testament that happened to all be together. Moses didn't just walk down the street and see the first guy he saw. You want to be a prophet? No, it doesn't work. See, the Christians don't understand that. If these 12 were ultimately Judas was pushed out and Matthias came in, but ultimately those 12 were prophets back, major prophets back in the past, coming back. And they were all together. Let's look at the word reveal or revealeth. The word is galah, to uncover, remove, depart. Like the book of Revelation is the meaning back or pull back in this case, veil, pull back the veil. Like the TV show, Let's Make a Deal. Is it curtain number 1, curtain number 2, or curtain number 3? Now, I'm offering you $1,000, which back then was a lot of money. If you can take this money, you can go, blah, you're good. Or you can choose from the curtains, and you may win a free car. So the person said, I'm going with one. Then they say, well, let's show you which ones you didn't choose. Number 3, you want a car. Number 4, you want a trip to Italy. So let's see what number 1 is. Number 1 comes up and it's a donkey. So you ain't got the $1,000, you ain't got the car, you ain't got the trip to Italy, you got a damn donkey. Because it was revealed after you made that decision. So when we open up the scriptures, the Most High is revealing the truth to us. When we hear say Revelation 13, 16, 17 is the MOTB, the Most High revealed it to us. The Most High didn't reveal it to certain Israelites. Yeah, you're an Israelite, but you ain't no prophet. That's a subject right there. You might be an Israelite, but you ain't no prophet. Question mark. So let's come on back. And a lot of these guys that watch a handful of YouTube videos, they decide to make their own camp and put the sign up. A lot of them are not prophets, but then again, a lot of them could be. Okay, his secret. Let's look up the word secret. Oh, the grape thing, you can't see it because the Most High haven't opened up your eyes. The word secret is sawad, council, assembly, council, of a familiar conversation, diving, circle of family of friends, assembly, company, secret council, familiar conversation, intimacy with the Most High. Intimacy is from the Latin meaning to love. So one of the most major prophecies is getting ready to take place before the deliverance and the destruction comes. And if you can't get it, and when it comes, you still can't get it, guess what? You're not a man of the Lord. You're not one of the elect, and you damn sure ain't a prophet. So maybe they might change their mind. Maybe they might see it. Let's go to the next precept. This is in the Apocrypha. All right. Let me come over here and okay, I'll read it and then I may go to the context, see what the context is about. Second Ezra, no, I got to read it. I got to read the context. Second Ezra's 12 and 34. And this is the vision of the pagan Roman Empire 2,000 years ago. And the lion whom thou sawest rising up out of the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle. The lion represents Yahushua, the eagle represents pagan Rome 2,000 years ago, and rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard. This is the anointing which the highest have kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty. That's talking about the cruelty of the Romans. And after them 12, the 12 feathers, as they say, after the 12 ruled, it was Jake that started sitting up there as the emperors or Caesars. For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them and correct them. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy. So he's going to have mercy with Israel. Those that have been pressed upon my borders, which is a land, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment. Wherefore I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. Now, this was judgment on Rome. That's why Jake came in. Jake took over the Roman Empire. This is the dream that thou sawest, and these are the interpretations. Thou only has been meet or good to know this secret of the highest. Why? Because Ezra was a prophet of the Lord, the elect. He's probably one of the 12. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them. That's 35. Let me do this. 35. I want to go to 36. Okay, I'm sorry, 37. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them and teach them to the wise of the people, the Israelites, whose hearts or minds thou knowest may comprehend, understand, and keep these secrets. See, now the Most High is telling us, I'm giving you the secrets, go out there and tell everybody. But I'm going to stop their ears where they can't understand it. You know, when we went into, or anytime we go into the MOTB, we say it all the time. You have others out there, Israelites, that say, no, that's not talking about it. You know why? Because the Most High haven't opened up the ears, or they took the bag. It says, but wait thou here thyself yet 7 days more, that it may be showed thee whatsoever it pleases the highest to declare unto thee. And with that he went his way. So it says, just give it to the wise. 38th verse. And teach them to the wise of the people, whose hearts thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. So this is not for everybody. This is why you guys can't get it, because the Most High stopped your ears from hearing this truth. So 2 Ezra 14, verse 5, and then we're going to jump to 26. And told him many wondrous things, or told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times and the end. That's prophecies, some to come into the future, and commanded him, saying, now I want to jump to the, you can read this in context, but I'm going to jump to the 26th verse. I may go, you really got to read the whole chapter. This is a hell of a chapter. You know what I'm going to do? You got to read the whole chapter. Let me come here to, give me a second. I'm in the 26th verse. Let me go to the 20. All right, let me go to the 24th verse. But look thou, prepare the many box trees, and take with thee Saria, the Briar, Salama, Kunas, and Aziel, these 5 which are ready to write swiftly. So the Most High put the spirit on these men, which are prophets, scribes, last prophets, to write these prophecies down. Now, when you go to Revelation, the 10th chapter, I believe it's the 10th chapter, I haven't gone through in a while. I'm pretty sure, I'm positive it is, that John on Isle of Patmos heard these prophecies and was told by the angel, he heard the prophecies, but he said, don't write them. So we don't know what the Lord gave to John, but it wasn't to be written. It says, and come hither, and I will light a candle of understanding in thine heart. See, going back to these Israelites that teach contrary to what we teach concerning the MOTB, there's not a candlestick, a candle of understanding in thine heart or in thy mind. That goes back to what? Matthew 25, the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. What made the 5 foolish? They had no oil in their lamps. So they're trying to get it and they can't get it. Even if you explain it to them, they can't get it. And so you had this dude from the IUIC, and he was put out for a year. I don't think he's coming back, but if he comes back, he's gonna come back with eight demons on him. If he didn't have demons on him in the first place, this dude by the name of Ayathan. Now I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if they told him, look, you can't do this no more. You can't speak. You can't tell me. You can't say, well, you're suspended from the school for a year. You can't speak. You can't do nothing. Well, guess what? You're not. The Most High is up in heaven. So if somebody is suspended from GMS, they still got to go out there and speak because you're doing the will of the Most High. So I haven't seen no videos of him, so I don't think he's coming back. And he used to make a lot of comments, and he did say that some year, 2016 maybe 2017, he did say that that we were right, that the MOTB, the Karagma, the C-HIP, you're absolutely right. So I said, well, when you're going to tell, the leadership of the IUIC, he said, they're not ready. He said, Nathaniel and Johanna's not ready. And then eventually, a number of years later, he said, oh, no, that means something else. He said, well, that already happened. So when he said that, I said, the Most High took it away. Matthew 13, something from 11, 12, 13 verse around there. Take it away, taken away even that he had. So maybe the Most High just got you out of there. But that shows you that when you trim your lamp, the wick will burn, but it'll go out. Trim it again. What makes the lamp keep going is the oil in the lamp. It said, and come here, then I will light a candle, understanding in thine mind, heart, which shall not be put out. Right, which is not, you're going to get this understanding, you're going to remain in this understanding. You're not going to see it, and then all of a sudden, 2 years later, you don't see it. Till the things be performed, which thou shalt begin to write. And when thou hast done, some things shalt thou publish, give to the masses, and some things shalt thou show secretly to the what? To the wise. We just read that in second Ezra chapter 12. Tomorrow, this hour, shalt thou begin to write. So if you can't see it, the Most High didn't give it to you. Close your mind. This is kind of getting long, but hey, things happen. Deuteronomy 29, 29, the secret thing belongeth unto Yahweh, our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. That's why it says in Malachi 4 and 5, the fathers to the children, the children to the fathers to the children and the fathers are the same, coming back at 4-generation cycle. Oh, this says right here, 27 verse, Deuteronomy 29, verse 27, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against this land and bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. Now, one of the curses is coming to America. The ships, Deuteronomy 28 and 68 is talking about us going back in slave ships. What is that? Isaiah 22, if I'm not mistaken. I'll read that. Matter of fact, let me bring it on up. If I have a tab available. Well, it's cat. Do have a tab. It says like a ball. Isaiah 22 and 18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. That's America. This this is the ships. Deuteronomy 28:68. There shalt thou die in slavery, and there the chariots of thy glory, which when we get lifted out of here, it's going to be chariots of glory, shall be the shame of thy Lord's house. So now we're living in a shameful condition because we're in the clutches of our enemies to this day. And Yahweh rooted them out of their land in anger. So what land did we go to? The land that we went to, which the northern kingdom was already here. This is the fulfillment of us coming to America when we were rooted out of our land. And in wrath, that's being on slave ships, and in great indignation, and cast them into another land. That word there, as it is this day. When you go to the Apocrypha, Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40, it says it mentions the word another land, but it mentions a seraph, which is Hebrew for another land. So this right here is talking about America. Judges 13 and 18, bear with me. Almost out of here. So if you can't get these prophecies, you're not meant to get them. Most High didn't open up your heart, your brain, your spirit to understand them. That's why you got these various different camps teaching various different things. They didn't come through the straight gate. All of you men out there should have came and got with the GMS. And the angel of Yahweh said unto him, why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? So did the Most High said he give his secrets unto the servants, the prophets? So this angel, you got to read the first verse. This is Manoah, the father of Samson. This is a fierce angel came to him. So he said, matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. 17 verse, Judges 13, 17. Manoah is and you know what? You got a group of people called the Manoans, which we say that they're Japhet, but some of them could be Israelites. Because Manoah is the Manoan people. Manoah is a Hebrew word. Let's go into that. So we gotta add them to the sign. Well, you're gonna have a lot of those specific people that they have the seed of Israel in them. They're not the people, but they have Israel, the seed of Israel mingled among them, because we're scattered throughout the whole place. So let's break this word down. Manoah. Rest. Yep. Manawak. Manawak. It means rest. Let me go to the root. Rest in place, rest, place, rest. Okay, let's go to the word nawak. Does that sound familiar to you? It means the root goes back to Nawak. And the ark rested. Let me try something here. And he called his name Noah, saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work. What comforts you when you work, when you get a rest, right? So let's see where that word goes to. And he called his name Nach, which is also the root for Nawak, which means comfort, rest. See? Goes back to Nawak. Nach, rest. Nawak, resting place. People say Noah means comfort. Noah actually means Nak or Nawak actually means rest, which is synonymous with the word comfort. You're in comfort when you rest. Like I said, it's good to look up these words. So Manoah is let's go back to it. Manawak, which means from rest, or it's another way of saying rest. So it says, Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, what? Because the angel said, look, your son is going to be a Nazarite until his death. So it says, and the angel of the Lord, 16 verse, said unto Noah, thou, though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread. If thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto Yahweh, because I'm just an angel. Don't be worshiping me. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. He thought because he came down. You got to read the whole thing. And Manoah said, now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord Yahweh said unto Manoah, of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. She may not eat of thy anything that cometh of the vine. It says she. So, he was a Nazarite before he came out the womb. Neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. All that I commanded her, let her observe. And Manoah said unto the angel, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we have made already a kid for thee. The key point is this. You got to read from the first verse. Uh, Give me a second. Okay. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, what is thy name? That when thy when when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor. The angel wasn't looking for honor. And the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, said unto him, why asked thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? And Manoah took a kid, a sacrifice, for it came to pass when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of Yahweh ascended in the flame of the altar, and Manoah and his wife looked on it and fell on their faces to the ground out of fear. So now it says he went up in the flame, because what are angels? Hebrews 1. Angels are pure energy. Hebrews 1 and 7. And the angels, he saith, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers, which are angels, a flame of fire. And that's what's in us. That's what keeps us going. There's a spark within us. That's in the Apocrypha. Let me go see if I can find it. I believe the word is spark. Okay, it's right here. Just reading these. Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 2. Let me go to 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke. That's also in James, the book of James, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. So what Esau found out was when somebody stops breathing, they flatline, what they'll do is they'll get the defibrillator. I hope I said that right. And basically it's the same concept of jump starting your car. So they would put that in there, and they would jump start that spark. Like if they don't go to it, you'll die. So they would jump start that spark, and then you come back to life. So your life source is what? Is that little spark in you, that little fire in you. So let's come on back. Let's go to Job. Hast thou heard the secret of the Most High? And doeth thou restrain wisdom to thyself? Now I mentioned Ayathan from the IUIC, the tallest brother in the IUIC. He was given a secret by myself. He said, "Yep, you guys are right. The mark of the beast is the C-hip and all that." Then some years later, he said, "That ain't it." Because I told him, I said, "Look, you got to be a man. You got to grow his back spine, and you got to go tell them. You got to tell them, look, Tahar and GMS, they're right. We got to teach it the right way." But the reason why you didn't, I will assess, is that you didn't want to be, cursed out and kicked out. So you put man before the Lord. You put man before the truth. You did not stand for the truth, man. Job 29, verse 4. Let's see what that says. As I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of the Most High was upon my tabernacle. If you're not a man of the Lord, if you're not one of the elect, you're not going to get the secrets of the Most High. You see these guys in the Black conscious community, don't waste time with them. They're not going to get it. If they haven't got it since 2012, 2013, up until this point, Sarnetta and them, Zabari, they're not going to get it. So why would Captain Desire keep going being cool with them, man? That's good. You're going against the Most High, man. Do you know what Second Corinthians 6, starting from the 13th verse on down, says? Have no company with them. See, Jake want to do what they want to fucking do. Psalm 91 is a beautiful psalm. We're just going to read the first, maybe the second verse or the third verse. Let's see. Security in the one who trusts in Yahweh. He that dwelleth in the secret, that goes again, secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say unto Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust. So when they go to give out them C-hips, you're going to have to, that faith and the connection in the Most High, Yahweh by Shem Shai, is going to have to kick in. If it doesn't kick in, you're going to wind up taking it, and you are going to be destroyed. Well, I'll take it, and when I see the ships come, I'll call on the Most High and ask for forgiveness. I'll be delivered, and you ain't going to be delivered. Next precept, almost out of here. Psalm 25, verse 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear Him, and He will show them His covenant. And that's that change in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, around about the 50th verse. Because when are we going to see His covenant fully? When we are changed. At the last trump. This is the last precept. Psalm 31, verse 20. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of men. Thou shalt keep them secretly in the pavilion from the strife of tongues. So the Most High is always going to take care of us. If you are of the elect, of course, if you're of the elect, you're going to have it in your spirit to fear the Most High. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.